Good day, everyone. My name is Elwin Imlabaho, and this is my report on Lesson 3 Science Education in the Philippines. So, the Philippines is trying its best to improve the state of science education in the country. This lesson will discuss the concept of science education and will identify some strategies to promote science education in the country. So, one of the strategies is to establish science schools that will encourage students to pursue their career in science and technology and to nurture their gifted potentials in science. So, this is our lesson objectives. Number one, I will discuss the concept of science education. Uh, yes, education in the Philippines, science education in the Philippines. And number two is we will identify the science schools established to promote science education in the Philippines. So, apela diri ang mga institute or mga project or mga system nga gius to promote science education in the Philippines. So, let's get started. Number one, the concept of science education. So, let me read. The concept of science education. Science education focuses on teaching, learning, and understanding science. Teaching science involves developing ways and how to effectively teach science. This means exploring the pedagogical theories and models and helping teach science scientifically concept and processes effectively. Learning science, on the other hand, includes both pedagogy and the most interesting aspects, which is helping students understand and love science. So let me add, understanding science implies developing and applying science processes skills and using science literacy in understanding the natural world and activities in everyday life. So again, science education focuses on teaching, learning, and understanding science. And most of all is here, and the last part is helping student understand and love science. So according to Jen Dewey, let's go to getting deeper in the discourse of science education. So Jen Dewey said that nature must indeed furnish its physical stimuli to provide wealth wealth of meaning through social activities and thinking. So John Dewey stressed the importance of utilizing the natural environment to teach students. So basically is ang science is related sa environment or nature like ana. So according to John Dewey, uh, it's important to teach the students like this. So Max agreed that he said that science is going to be one of the most important school subjects in the future. Yeah. So Max was indeed true nga magamit jud nato ang science sa umaabot or bisan pa sa karon nga panahon. Gamit na kayo ang science sa tibok nato nga kinabuhi og present ang kanang science sa matag-usa nato ka family, matag-usa nato ka lugar o bisan nasa tayo makakita ta sa science. So niya na siya it is the most important school subject in the future. So it is not surprisingly therefore that science education is important. So here the other two person author said that science education provides skills and knowledge that are necessarily for a person to live in. As the age of science develop as a century that will meet goals of science in the society. So here atong makita nga developing a science culture is therefore an immense responsibility for first is in school. Basically sa eskwelahan nato is uh, makita. So mao nang ato ning gitake nga gitakol nga lesson identifying schools or like ana and the concept of science. So in terms sa school, ato nang usisahon ang basic education, science education and basic and tertiary education. So unahon nato ang ari sa basic. So by means of basic, kaning basic was under ang belong ani niya is from elementary, secondary and the 2 years kanang gitawag na to vocational kay under man ta sa K to 12 program. So kanang grade 11 o grade 12 yes mo na ang kanang vocational course. So basically is elementary, secondary, elementary, high school, then grade 11 and grade 12 the vocationally nga years. So under sa basic is gingon diri help students learn important concept and facts that are related to everyday life. So which is true ang giingon ning Carel o Campo. So help student learn important concept and facts. So mostly is mo yang gitudlo nato during elementary years. So example nga gitudlo is kanang five senses. So mga facts man. So tinuod man na nato makita man na. So it's just an example. Then second, including important skills, process skills, and life skills that are needed in coping up with daily life activities. So mentioning process skills gitudloan pud ani sa way back sa ato ang pagka elementary. I'm not forgot one example sa mga process nga mga panghitabo karang gitawag nato life cycle or like inana mga cycle, mga process og dira nabilong sad ang ato ang during sa elementary nga mga discussion og kana ang gitudlo nato sa school. So mao akong gi-mention kaganiha is developing a science culture is therefore an immense responsibility for school. So don't get me wrong ha, sa school ra ta naghisgot. Pero makakaton ta kanang even sa outside sa school. But sa panahon karon sa karon sa akong i-discuss is we're focusing only sa school. So next, it develops positive attitude. So ma-develop ato ang positibo nga mga gusto or kanang ato ang inner sa unsa atong ganahan buhaton. So love for knowledge, passion for innovation things, curiosity to study about nature and creativity. Yes. Way back sa ako ang high school day, sa senior high, na ako'y friend, schoolmate na mo, was, if you're familiar with SIP, Science Investigatory Project, na. Naabot sila sa nationals, ilang competition, representing Philippines. Supposed to be sa Australia to sila ang ilang competition, but naabtan sa COVID, so wala nalahos. So sayang kayo ang ilang kuan nga kanang pattern nga step ba nga nagsugod na unta. So but blessed gahapon is tungod kay nakaabot sila sa nationals. So dako na kayo nga pride sa amo ang school o sila sad mismo. So inana atong makita sa basic nga approach, basic education, sa science education in basic. So dira na to makita. So next we have called this tertiary. The concept under gapon siya sa concept of science education. So science education in tertiary. So basically tertiary is arin ang iyang na-cop up nga nabilong niya is ang kanang mga university or kanang college degree. So nana and above. So dira nabilong ang tertiary. So ang katong senior high pa down is mo siya basic. So here, let me read. Science education deals with developing students' understanding and appreciation of science ideas and scientific works. So nagdeal siya sa developing students understanding and appreciation of science ideas and works. So mana na taog kanang scientific works kana ng mga murag above na label ba karon murag mag scientist na ra. It also focuses on the preparation of science teachers, scientists, engineer. I forgot my copy. Yes, here. Scientists, engineers, and other professionals in the various science-related fields such as engineering, agriculture, medicine, and health sciences. So, ang karing tertiary was kuan siya kanang og sa kanang kuan pag gitawag na to kanang course na ba. So, basically mao ni ang makita nato nga course, science teachers. Of course, kay we're talking science, so science teachers, scientists, engineers. So dire siya under ni siya dire mga sa engineering field ato makita ang kanang agriculture or kaning medicine or kanang doctor, doctor and health sciences. So dira na bilong kaya mga nag-invento sa mga vaccine. So above na sila ani or kani preparation raman ni siya, preparation of, pero kato sila is nag-hold na sila mga degree. So mao ni siya ang the concept of science education. So ato pong nahibaluan ang basic and tertiary education sa science. And next, science schools established to promote science education in the Philippines. So ang una nga isgutan nato, balik ta, ang una nga gisgutan was the concept of science education. Ang ikaduha kay science schools established to promote science education and in the Philippines. So dili lang ni kay again akong gihisgot, akong giingon sa kinaunhan is dili lang kay eskwelahan ra but also sa mga institute or mga system nga gigamit or mga projects to promote science education sa ato ang nasod. So first, we have Philippine Science High School System. So atong mabasa diri, it continues to pursue its vision to develop Filipino science scholars with scientific minds and passion for excellence. So basically ato ang makita ang PSH Philippine Science High School System karing gitawag og PSHSS. Sayop din akong gibutang PPSSS man. So PSHSS, so also is a research oriented and specialized public high school system in the Philippines that operates as an attached agency of the Philippine Department and Science and Technology. So basically naani makita nato sa mga high school, syempre na adjay science. So usa ni siya kay gihatag na daan ba, gimandit na daan ba. So nga kinahanglan nga naa jud tay science. So yes, atong masuta nga it promotes science education. So makita nato siya sa ato ang mga high school nga eskwelahan, even kanang remote area lang or na ka sa mga private school or mga nindot nga eskwelahan basta kay high school. So naa ni siya makita ni nato siya kaning science high school system. So in terms of kani akong genderlinean is scholars. So naay gi-open diri ang government kaning gitawag og DOST, I mean giopen ang kanang Department of Education, kaning DOST, Department of Science and Technology. Kung ma-under tari is kanang you are called kanang DOST scholar. Pero grabe sad og kanang mga pagsulay ani ba. Anyway, Department of Science and Technology, whose mandate is to offer free scholarship basis for secondary course with special emphasis or subject pertaining to the sciences, with the end view of preparing its students for a science career. So, again, mao to akong dimension nga it offer free scholarship. So, sa amo ang school kay before me ni kanang graduate, yeah, before me ni graduate kay gipatake mi tanan ani, gipa I mean gipa kuan mi gipa appeal mi ani, pero kami mga ang-angra murag wa na lang mi. Bitaw ang akong plano is dili man gyapon ako magamit bisag makapasar pa or dili, I mean ato ang ingnon ako makapasar is dili man gyapon mo gamit kay mo enroll man gyapon ko sa ATCP, so wala man nag-open og DUST ang I mean ang DUST is go-open ra sa kanang mga naay science and math nga mga university kana ra sila, especially sa kanang mga CNU sa Cebu or sa Bohol na pod kanang gitawag na tog BISO, Bohol Island State University na pa CTU sa Cebu is daghan man na nag-open dra sa mga DUST scholar. So yes, mao to ang Philippine Science High School System, og nag-open sila og scholar pod nga gitawag og DOST. So next we have Special Science Elementary School, kato siya kay sa school kini kay elementary school. So it provide a learning environment science inclined children to through a special curriculum that recognize the multiple intelligence of the learners. So para sa mga estudyante. So let me read sa complete 38. Alright. So the SSES or kaning gitawag na to Special Science Elementary School, SSES project, so aims to develop Filipino children equipped with the scientific and technological knowledge, skills and values. So its mission, its mission, it was here, promote the development of lifelong learning skills. Basically mao ni siya ang kaning mission sa SSES kaning tulo, from provide a learning environments science inclined children through a special curriculum that recognize the multiple intelligence of the learners and promote the development of lifelong learning skill and foster a holistic development of the learners. So I like sa ilahang mission, labi na sa kaning lastly o kaning foster a holistic development of the learners, kay basically ang elementary is mga bata dyan na. So ang gigamit lang nga word diri is kaning foster. So ang ato nang gamiton ang word nga foster o sanay siya pag nurture sa kanang let me quote example, kanang ang inahan nag-adapt og kanang bata. So ang dawi nga na pag nurture niya not by blood, dili sila kaluha og kanang anang dugo nga naglatay sa ilang mga ugat, but ang iyang pag-nurture og iyang giisip nga tinuod niya nga anak. So inani ang kanang paagi sa SSES, ilang pag-nurture o pagdisiplina or pagtudlo sa ilang mga kabataan or mga learners was developed sa ilahang kani nga gitawag nila nga project. So inana ang ilang paagi sa pag nurture sa bata. So good thing kayo. Again, sa ilahang pag nurture was about science world or science environment. So kay we're talking about science. So that's it. So here kani gan mga eskwelahan na siya. So atong makita na Quezon City Regional Science High School. So mao ni ang porma niya kani Quezon City. Before gitawag rin siya og Quezon City Science High School. Wala pa tay regional. Karon gi-update naman. So, Quezon City Regional High School, the school envisioned to serve as a venue in providing maximum opportunities for science-gifted students to develop spirit of inquiry and creativity. So, small background about ani nga school. The school was established on September 17, 1986. September 17, 1967 rather. 1967. So, originally, it was named Quezon City Science High School. So, sama sa akong ipakita dito. Mo siya originally was named Quezon City Science High School. It was turned into a regional science high school for the National Capital Region in 1999. So, again, na-establish siya September 17, 1967. Dayon, na-rename siya sa pag 1999 under sa National Capital Region. So, the school was a product of a dream to establish special science schools for talented students in science and mathematics. Kaya basically magsunod man jud mag-uban man jud ni ang science and mathematics. So mao nang pirmi ma-appeal. Usahay ma-mention ng mathematics. But anyway, we're focusing on science. Kaya ang math na to hapon pa. Bitaw. Science and mathematics. The focus of the curriculum is on science and technology. So the school still teaches the basic education courses prescribed by the DepEd, or we call it Department of Education. And also kato sa basic and also for secondary education is nag-offer sad sila. So however, there are additional subject in science and technology that students should take. So the school the school envisioned to serve as a venue in providing maximum opportunities for science gifted students to develop spirit of inquiry and creativity. So ang school kay gisuportahan siya sa local government, of course, and PTA, or by the Parents and Teachers Association. So the school is under the Department of Education. So under siya sa Department of Education. So mao ni siya tumakita. Quezon City, sa ilang logo, Quezon City Science High School. Next, we have Manila Science High School, or MSHS. So, kini ato makita it was a first science high school in the Philippines. Oh, first din niya. First. And it's aimed to produce scientists with souls. So, first science school in the Philippines. Dayon ang iyang goal kay mag-produce og scientist. So kato mga mag-scientist for sure diri to mag-enroll. Kay nindot siguro ni sila og offer. Then small background sa school. The school was established on October 1, 1963. So established on October 1, 1963 as Manila Science High School. It is the first science high school, as I mentioned earlier. It is the first science high school in the Philippines, and the organization and curriculum of the school puts more emphasis on science and mathematics. So again, magkuha gini siya ang science and mathematics. So here, students are also encouraged to participate in various extracurricular activities. So dili lang kay sila nag-focus sa academic, also na po sila extracurricular activities kay basing giboringan na siya sa laboratory ba kay mag-scientist wala. So napod sila yung extracurricular activities. So the school administers an entrance exam. So kung mo eskwela tangad to mao na yung gitawag na tog MSAT kaning ilahang entrance exam kunuhay. Bitaw entrance exam na nila kaning Manila Science Admission Test. So let me emphasize kanang explain this ilahang exam, entrance exam kaning Manila Science Admission Test. Na siya'y 5 parts. Ang una gitawag og aptitude in science. Next is aptitude test in mathematics. Siyempre mag-correct na sila. Then problem solving test in science. Then problem solving test in mathematics. And lastly is proficiency in English. So mao na ang 5 parts sa test sa ilang entrance exam. So base na mo'y plano nga mo eskwela nga to pohon, ini-graduate na lang ninyo sa ATCP. Kaya basig gitawag din mo mag-scientist ba. So at least na-ready na mo. Magtuon na mo sa 5 ka parts sa ilahang test. So again, ang una kay aptitude in science, aptitude test in mathematics, problem solving test in science, problem solving in mathematics, and proficiency in English. So that's it. So I have a picture in this. Here it is, Manila Science High School. Please welcome. There. So mao ni siya. Actually nindot ang kanang sulod ani kay kanang more on laboratory man sila. So pero kani akong gikuha kay entrance man. Kanang panggit, sagit jud ba. Pero ang sulod ani is nindot kay more on kuan man sila kanang like laboratory or kanang basta study about sa kanang mga scientist ba. So na sila mga equipment o mga material sa scientist. So depende mo manatawag ka ng for space ka o na siguro na sila sa mga klase nga scientist na sila to. So mao na siya ang ilang forma. Then sa ikatulo nga school was Central Visayan Institute Foundation. So it is also known as DLP, Dynamic Learning Program. So by the way, ang kaning Central Visayan Institute Foundation karon lang sad ko nakahibaw nga ani siya sa Bohol. So mao ni yang porma, naa siya sa Bohol. So karon pa sad ko nakahibaw. Naa science school diri sa Bohol. So mao ni yang porma sa school. Siyempre outside ni siya. Kilid Karsada. Mao ni yang logo sa kilid, Central Visayan Institute Foundation sa Hagna, Bohol. So yes, naa sila sa Bohol. Karon pa sad ko nakahibaw. Naa dis Bohol. So here atong hibawan ang DLP. It is also called as DLP. So DLP is a synthesis of a classical and modern pedagogical theories adapted to foster the highest level of learning, creativity, and productivity. So background sa school, the school takes pride in research center. Research Center for Theoretical Physics or gitawag na tog RCTP og na-establish siya sa year 1992. Balagit ko ang date or ang buwan. So 1992 siya na-establish, which organized small international workshop to foster the informal but intense exchange of ideas and perspective on outstanding problems in physics and mathematics. So physics ay science nga po na siya. So mao ni siya ang tulo ka eskwelahan nga ato ang nahibaloan karon. So that's it. So science education deals with the teaching and learning of science and in helping the public develop science literacy. So this is important in the promotion and development of science and technology in the country. So science education deals with the development of people in science, which is the heart of science, technology, and society. So before yeah, before I end, let me read this one about sa science programs and projects. So science programs and projects were organized and developed to nurture innovation in science in the country, and to encourage individual to pursue careers and research in science and technology. So basically mao to siya atong hibaw-an ang una, the concept of science. Ikaduha, ang mga institute or mga project or mga program, then apil apod ang mga eskwelahan. So inanara mabuo ra ang lesson 3. So that's all for this report. By the way, ang ako ang mga references was based on link description. And yeah, pwede ra mo browse mo inyong tanawon ngadto for more clarification and karang ganahan mo og kanang masabtan pa. So also you can ask me a question after. So that's all for my report. So thanks for watching and God bless us all.